So you're moving to Warrensburg or you're PCSing to Whiteman Air Force Base and you're wondering, what neighborhood should I live in? I can help you with that. Today, we are doing another neighborhood tour. I'm just going down the list, folks. I'm gonna do them all. So today we're gonna talk about Oakmont. This is a small but mighty cool neighborhood near the downtown area of Warrensburg. So we're just gonna jump in. And don't forget to like and subscribe right down below because I make a new one every week. My name is Eva Norton. I'm a broker at Next Door Agents. If you have any questions, hit me up. There's my number. I like talking to people. Okay, we're just gonna jump in. We're gonna do a Google Map tour and a little driving tour and a drone tour and just go from there. Here we go.
Hi guys. Okay, so the first thing I wanted to do is show you where Oakmont is. As you can see, here is Warrensburg, and Warrensburg is about 45 minutes to an hour away from Kansas City, and we are about 12 to 15 minutes to Knob Noster, which is the home of Whiteman Air Force Base. So don't know why you're coming here, but that kind of gives a good idea of where we're at, right in the middle of Missouri. If we look, here's Warrensburg proper. Now, Warrensburg from one side to the other is about 10 to 15 minutes. So everywhere in Warrensburg, it's about 10 to 15 minutes. In Oakmont, so here is the main downtown Warrensburg area. Here's the University of Central Missouri. Over here we have all the bars and restaurants, Bar Street, which is Pine Street. And further north in this area, we have places like Hy-Vee or Walmart or the movie theater. So Oakmont, it's kind of south and west of the main area of Warrensburg. It's over here near Pirtle Springs and Lions Lake. There's a lot of amazing walking paths. And Cave Hollow Park, again, great fishing. And this is also near where the two golf places are. Oh my God, I lost my train of thought. Golf courses, that's the word. So if you're a golfer, you're close to a golf course in Oakmont. Oakmont is a newer neighborhood. It's right here. As you can see, it's not giant, but it has some really great properties, and houses they come on the market a couple times a year. It's surrounded by some other great neighborhoods. So this is Iron Horse right here, and over here we have Spring Ridge, which is a very cool neighborhood, lots of old growth trees. But as I said, this is a newer neighborhood, but it's definitely not what I would call a starter neighborhood, and you'll see why. So let's go on in to Street View and take a look-see, shall we? So here is Oakmont. As you can see, we have a lot of larger homes than necessarily you'd find as if this is your first starter home. These are all going to be between 3 and 5 bedrooms, ranging around 17 to 3,000 square feet. There's a lot of brick mixed builds, meaning that you have a lot of brick and then a little bit of siding. Very pretty. And let's go up the street and take a look. And all of these houses will have been built within the last 25 years. So this is a relatively newer neighborhood as compared to some of the older neighborhoods that were built, in the 50s, the 60s, the 70s, or like the historic district. As you can see, there's a lot of traditional 1 and 2 story houses here. We have some raised ranches, a lot of raised ranches. You'll find a lot of homes with 2-car garages. You'll have a finished basement, some of them walkouts, and some of these are just going to be traditional ranches, but the majority of them are going to have multiple stories. So you can see here's some traditional raised ranches, but there's going to be a finished basement there, and then you have probably a 1.5 or 2-story home with a finished basement as well. It's a very cute neighborhood. There are some trees, but you can see this is a newer neighborhood in comparison, so it's not going to be like Spring Ridge where you're just covered in old trees. Here's a nice split level. It's more of a California split where you have that wide entryway. So as you can see, this is a very well-kept neighborhood. There are no junk houses, so to speak. There are no houses that have derelict yards. The one thing that you may find is a house that has not been updated since it was first built 20 years ago. So you'll have some of that cosmetic updates. But for the most part, these houses are beautiful and move-in ready. Let's take a look and see what has recently sold in the area. Here we have Oakmont, so it's just this. And I can see recently there are no houses for sale at the moment. The most recent house sold back in May of 2026, which is this year. I'm dating the video, but oh well. As you can see, this is a larger home, 5-bedroom, 4-bath, 29 square feet. Let's take a look and see what did this house sell for. I have it pulled up right here. So it was listed for $489,900 and it sold for $465,000. Let's look at these photos. So beautiful house, multiple stories, has that brick veneer and with siding. Big, beautiful, open concept. Hardwood floors. We have an updated property. So they've definitely updated this since from when it was first built. We have mudroom. We have very pretty dining area. Big, beautiful kitchen, island, granite countertops. So this is a super, super pretty home. Big, gorgeous bathroom, walk-in closet, the whole shebang. I love a chandelier in the bathroom. Girl, get it. Okay. So this property was built, let's see, it's only 11 to 15 years old, which makes sense. Very pretty home, sold at $465,000. That's definitely the higher end of what you'll find in Oakmont. Let's look at another one. So this one right here, 618 Oakmont Drive. This one is smaller. It's 3-bed, 2-bath, 1,600 square feet. Let's see what she sold for. It was listed at $315,000 and it sold at $315,000. And again, it's also only 11 to 15 years old. So this is built in the, last 15 years. Big fenced yard. Oh, I like those windows. Very nice home, and they don't have any inside pictures. How rude. Let's see if they have some on here. Give us your pictures. Oh, there's only 5 photos. Okay, well, I can only assume if it was built in the last 5 years that it was probably nice inside. So that's a much smaller house compared to the 5-bedroom house that sold for $465,000, but still selling for the $315,000. That's still in a higher range versus some of the neighborhoods like Broadview or Hickory Hills where you can still find houses under $200,000. Let's look at one more house that sold recently. Let's do 625 Row. This sold last May. It was listed for $264,000 and it sold for $257,000. And I believe this was a little bit of a fixer-upper. Let's see. It was 3-bedroom, 2-bath, 1,500 square feet. And what do we got here? So not terrible. I can definitely see the original kind of builder's grade dated interior. So this definitely looks like it has not been modernized since it was originally built. So it was kind of lots of beige. I like beige so much back in the day. So this definitely needed a little bit of cosmetic updates, but again, a nice house, a smaller house in the Oakmont neighborhood sold last year for $257,000. So there's definitely, you can still find these smaller houses that need a little bit of cosmetic work in the Oakmont area. I think probably that $250,000 range is the lowest that you're going to find for houses in this neighborhood. More commonly, you're going to find those between $300,000 and $350,000 range. And then for the much larger, more recent builds, it's going to be in that $450,000 range, like this one. So if you're interested in a really cute, very nice neighborhood in terms of your home equity values are going to continue going up because every house in this neighborhood is maintained, it looks great, and this is a neighborhood where when houses are listed, they do go fast just because how well the neighborhood is kept and the proximity both to the downtown, to the university, and how easy it is to get on 50 Highway or DD and get to Whiteman Air Force Base. If you're living in Oakmont and you're wanting to commute and get up to 50 Highway to go up to Kansas City or DD Highway to get over to Whiteman Air Force Base, you would just jump right in the middle of town and go up to 50 Highway, or you come over and down to come to DD right here. But this is a very wonderful proximity to quite a few parks. It's very pretty to walk around. I know this because I used to live here in Spring Ridge, so I used to walk across and walk my dog all up in that area. So it's a very beautiful area, and it's very close to some very cool amenities. So there you go, Oakmont.
Hey guys, I hope you liked my video, and I hope that gave you some more information on what Oakmont looks like. If you have any questions, my contact number is right there. Call me, email me. My name's Eva. I love talking to people. And if you want to see a particular neighborhood, shoot me a comment below. I'll go do a video and I'll show you what it looks like. Okay, if you're coming to Warrensburg, hit me up. Bye.